Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Frost and Fire. So last episode, we managed to pit a considerable number of our enemies against the mech cluster, and we killed off the remaining mech cluster, apart from a low mech shield and 2 turrets. There has been a question of whether or not I would try to utilize that low mech shield as a part of my defense. And I think if the opportunity arises, yes, I might want to do that. There were a few comments about perhaps putting fire breaks up in these walls up here, especially around the geothermal generator. And while I agree that fire breaks would be a really good idea, I don't want to be spending stone up here when I don't have too many. Now, of course, a lot of the stone that I have is, well, being sculpted into a grand sculpture, but it was sandstone, and sandstone is the weakest of all the stones, so it's not like I'm really missing out. Some other things that I need to address. We are heading into summer, and that means that I am going to need to process this fowl meat because otherwise we have a mountain of meat spoil, and well, it's 2,000 meat, so that's not great. So I'm gonna have Hippie help to work on that. It wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to start working on medicine as well. I have a pretty limited amount of medicine at the moment, and it would be great if I supplemented my medicine. So that's just another one of those sort of maintenance tasks. I did get some other comments from you all. Let's see, cooking 4444. So some of the comments included, I'll read them out. So Yan Shui mentioned that wouldn't it be nice to have some shelves for the commonly swapped 2 weapons, like sniper rifles? Yeah, that sounds good. I don't exactly have a spot for them, per se, because this hallway tends to fill up, but I'll keep that in the back of my mind while I figure out where I might put such a, we would need probably 3 shelves. So it'd be a 1x6 or something around that dimension. And then Shivaru mentioned it would be a good idea to have breakout doors. Doors along this wall, likely, where Raptor can travel to. Which means I probably should have a door here just to make it quicker to get through. And dropping the sort of berserks, and that way he doesn't have to necessarily put himself into the line of fire. He can, poke his head out really quickly, and that would be just a lot better. Okay, funny enough, okay, let's haul this nutrient-based meal. Sometimes when the hopper fills a meal with a meal, it becomes kind of impossible to make new meals, because what ends up happening is we make a meal with an old meal. Meal recycling, I suppose, but yeah. Hippie is, because you just dropped that, yeah. She feels very done with this process. I think I'm gonna let her go and do it with someone else now, once we haul these meals away, because we've definitely made our fair share of meals. All right, Leth is mining for us, mining up the remainder of the steel in this node, which there isn't much, and now starting a new node. Gabe is art. Gabe is art, yeah. Gabe is making art for us. Raptor is catching up on cooking. We have been cranking through the fine meals, so I'm going to continue eating fine meals for a little bit longer, but at some point I should switch over from fine to simple. now that the moods... Actually, given that we just had a wedding, and moods are up pretty high, I'm going to switch to simple meals because the benefit of the fine meals is lost when, you know, our moods are basically maximum. We have a lot of crafting to do, which means JD is going to be quite busy. He needs to replace a lot of the components that we used for the sniper rifles. And then he's also going to be needed to make clothing. We have now an influx of gorilla leather and, you know, I'm hoping to make clothing with it. Hippie's helping to haul. And I do hope to get to the point where I get to make medicine as well. Okay, that door is done. And this door just allows us not to dip all the way south when trying to quickly go east. Bash is going to fill in the rest of this infestation risk spot. I'm just looking around the entire map for any resources or things that I might have missed. But no, I feel like everything that I should find and know about, I've known about. There is this sip chunk here that I can't really recover very easily because it is within the shot radius of both of these mini turrets. So it's going to be one of those things that I hope to be able to deconstruct. So one of the ways that I was thinking about perhaps using this low mech shield is to send my brawlers in to destroy these mini slugger turrets and then to wall off the low mech shield to keep it protected, and then to put my own turrets around here on dead power connected to the unstable power cells so that I have a remote sort of turret site that I might be able to waylay enemies with. And I rather like that idea because I haven't really been able to utilize anything like that in the past. So that's probably something I'm going to end up crafting once it's a little bit warmer. It is warming up, and I do need to go through Leth. It is... That's not your turn yet. But yeah, it is warming up, and once it's a little bit warmer, I can have the brawlers work out there for a while, trying to set up some sort of remote trap. I'm not gonna say that it's a good use of my time or skill or whatever, but it would be unique at the very least. And the uniqueness makes it, at least in my opinion, worth doing. Because it is significantly stranger than I've ever done. All right, so here we have 200 meals, and we still have, of course, 1,300 of the nutrient paste left. So Phoenix, lucky Phoenix, you are going to be the next nutrient paste maker. And then the big old hope that I don't get some sort of solar flare that ends up killing or ruining all of the nutrient paste, because that's a very real possibility, and one that doesn't have a strong counter, because the room coolers, they really only work to like cool down a room to 60 or 58 degrees Fahrenheit, which is way above freezing or refrigeration. So in no way would it actually prevent spoiling or anything like that. So we're sort of stuck if we end up having a solar flare of having a massive waste of food. But it's not like I'd use this fowl meat for something else anyway. I suppose I could make it into kibble, but as we've discussed in the past, there is some fairly good reasons why kibble is not that helpful. All right, so at this point, we have made all that we can without additional frustration. So, Phoenix, you're off the hook. JD is cranking up. Let's have JD Taylor over Smith, just briefly. And soon we're going to have all that cotton, the additional cotton, which means maybe Raptor. I know that, well, yeah. We're going to have you start drug labbing. I'm going to force work that. And we have a raid of Reapers. Oh, you know what? This low mech shield's gone. I'm not going to be able to use it. Because these guys, are screamers. So if you're wondering what screamers are, they have very, very, very strong weapons with basically no armor. As this is a screamer raid. We do have one non-screamer. Whoa, you're already hurt. Ah, yes, you were jury rigger. You're one of the ones that was fighting the low mech shield and roll too. They came back. So this kind of raid is prepare a while raid. Let's say animals are going to go inside. Most of these guys are brawlers. I'm going to rally my forces. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't think this low mech shield is going to survive. It's going to get smushed by these brawlers. Likely. We'll see. Oh. Yeah, this just shut down. Yep. Yeah, as soon as the mech cluster buildings are defeated, this shuts down. The way I was going to set this up is I was going to wall off with a shielded brawler, wall off one of the mini turrets to keep the low mech shield active, and then set up turrets around it. But now it's gone, and I can't do that. So screamers move at 4.6, which is standard speed. There's one down. I don't really want to get in a brawl fight with them because of how dangerous they are. But another thing to note is that psycasts like Berserk won't work on Reapers. So what I can do is I could skip them around. But I can't. I'm not going to be able to berserk them as they are immune. Which makes Hippie really, really, really strong in the scheme of things. Because she has the ability to skip, whereas Raptor can chaos skip. So it's an inaccurate skipping, but it is far less reliable. And the reason I'm killing these guys manually is so that I don't have to use so much steel when it comes time to defend against this this incursion. Alright, so here comes Can. And the doors are closed. Bash and Phoenix. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to set Bash and Phoenix to stay inside. I don't really need brawlers in this fight. Those Moonblades, I guess I never showed you, but these Moonblades are, Moon Cleavers I should say, are very, very high DPS, 13.2 at 63 pen. To put that in perspective, Bash's is significantly worse than that. which means I don't really want to get in brawls with them. They're unarmored, but or they're relatively unarmored, I should say. But they would, if they connected a hit, they could decapitate my guys instantly. I am gonna, of course, have to use turrets to some degree or another. So we're gonna fall back. And a heat wave coming. All more reason to process the, oh, wow, they destroyed that quick. All the more reason to process the foul meat. Yeah, you can see the kind of damage that they're doing. Absolutely wrecking these turrets. I'm trying to turn them off as fast as I can, and just a few swings and the turrets go bye-bye. These are bio-coated weapons, so I'm not going to be able to use them myself, which is for balance reasons. Oh, there that goes. Well, I do believe that's the... Oh, no, there's a few left. All right, schedule. Stay fortified. Because we now have more repair to do. There we go. Let's get tidied up. So that heat wave is going to quickly ruin the temperature. Which to me says that for everybody but Bash and Phoenix, who are going to be set up to repair stuff, what I really ought to do is to haul. I need to haul the meals to where they're frozen. And I'm going to start removing the chimneys here for at least the freezers first, so that I can start to run AC to keep things frozen. But everyone's asleep. I don't think that the heat wave is going to kick us into defrost territory, but it will come quickly because it's already early spring. So just to hedge against the quick temperature rise, I'm going to turn on some coolers. Even though I know it's negative 92 or negative 70 Celsius out there, there's still the possibility that it climbs. So the uranium turrets that I lost, I'm going to remove from the queue and replace them with plastic ones, as uranium is far more precious of a material at the moment, given the scarcity on this map tile. So unfortunately, we did replace one of the uranium turrets with a uranium turret, but for the rest of them, I'll replace them with plasteel. All right, I will get Raptor to clean up these bodies. And now, the stay fortified zone, actually, I can unrestrict everybody. And then the animals here will go unrestricted animal hauling, as there's really nowhere that they shouldn't be able to go. The mech cluster is fully defeated. So let me update stay fortified to actually make it meaningful. Because if I had, let's say, manhunters all of a sudden come and show up, the current zone would have me get eaten pretty quickly. Because I've been using the zone to sort of haul. There. I think that's Good enough. Okay, repairing some of those turrets. Yeah, those cleavers just do such devastatingly high amounts of damage that there was really no way to keep ourselves from losing some turrets. As just a swing or two and the turret was gone. Well, maybe not literally a swing or two, but it was pretty quick. All right, why are you? Oh, fib mech. And the hippie fib mech, yeah. When you have chronic illnesses like fibrous mechanites or something like that, gutworms, sensory mechanites, it's important that you tend to those that have it quickly. All right, we have a masterwork grand sculpture. Thank you, Gabe. I'm gonna stick that in the workshop here. I'm gonna stick it over here, actually, because it will beauty up the place. So if you take a look here, it means that the typical workbenches I work on are going to be beautiful as a result. This piece represents Raptor Talon huddled beside a sound while his face slowly turns blue. 1,000 shivering snakes surround the scene. This portrayal refers to Raptor getting hypothermia. Okay, just a typical hypothermia. Happens a lot. So now that we're doing a cotton harvest, yeah, actually, I'll replant cotton until I need alternative food. But that was a good use of the. That was a pretty good use of the inspiration, I'd say. The art inspiration, getting masterwork from a level. He's probably level 10 or 11. Yeah, level 10 artist is pretty good. Okay, at this point, I'm going to clear forest and let people switch back into their cataphract helmets for safety and, well, all the other reasons why you'd want to wear a cataphract helmet. Got a broken battery there. Okay, what's going to be important, though, is that we focus on hauling these meals out so that we can process the last of the fowl meat for the nutrient paste. And that is not something that my guys are doing at the moment. They're mostly just hauling the corpses, which is fine. The corpses also need to be hauled, but the Reaper corpses are not likely to decay anytime soon, whereas the meals will. So some micromanagement required. I could do this really fast with the caravan trick, and maybe I do that just out of convenience. I hope you all don't mind. So, Phoenix, you seem closest. Wow, he filled up quickly. I guess it's a lot of meals. Trick, exploit, whatever it might be. In this instance, it's pretty necessary. Oh, what is going on now? An imposing monument. I'm glad that I repaired the northern monument building area, because that imposing monument likely is going to require the monument area. So we'll take a look at that in just a second. I don't think that there's enough room in here for all the meals. And a mech raid. Landing on Raptor Talon? Or... I don't know where they're landing. Oh, they're landing on Hippie. Okay. Get inside. That's kind of lucky that they were landing somewhere very, very, very far away from the base. All right, Phoenix, let's get you to finish up. Darn. All right, so the mechs are landing pretty much where the mech cluster landed, and Leth and Hippie are booking it. Easily, they are out of the danger radius. Not that threatening of a mech raid, if I'm going to be honest. It looks pretty easy to deal with. It does mean that I'm going to want to quick repair. JD, really? You're that tired? I'm going to want to quickly repair any turrets that are damaged. There we are. Yeah, so it's just 3 Scythers, a Lancer. It's really not much of a raid. I don't know why the Lancer chooses to try to destroy a door over pathing to me. Oh, and then my animals, let's get them inside. And a Manhunter pack of big things. Okay, sure, I guess. When it rains, you know, it pours. So this is where I wanted the cutout doors to be able to enter the kill box quickly, dropping psycasts and the like. I still haven't added said doors. But let's see. 1, 2. How are these spaced? 7 apart. It's a lot of plasteel, but I think there's a lot of benefit. It's a project that makes a lot of sense. All right, so we're going to want to fire at just about maximum range here. Oh, here they come. All right, Bash, I'm going to have you close this. They got way too close. Phoenix, I want you to close the front door. I think I got it. Yep. Right, what are they attacking? This plasteel door? Oh boy. They're gonna trip all those deadfalls. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do that in time. I need a door like here to be able to close this door quickly, because that's been a common problem. All right, so now if everybody's on stay fortified will no longer include here. And I'm going to... I don't even need to forbid that, because they're not inside that part of the base. Well, the mechs are dead. Yes, move over to different spots. All right, Raptor, I'm gonna force you to butcher some of these reap bodies. All right, so there are some meals here. One thing I could do is the meat in the kitchen. So the priority for the NPM overflow is going to be important. For here, it's preferred, which is fine. So we're gonna do nutrient paste meals as an option to be kept in this other kitchen. Oh, not one at a time. You're killing me, girl. There we go. And that way I have another spot I can put meals. All right, I am going to try to sneak bash to close this door because there's no one around. And then the net benefit of this is this tunnel can be state fortified. This can't, however. I have to keep that forbidden. In fact, what I might want to do is set it up like that so that I can close it from the inside, not the outside. Might make a difference, might not. It's one of those hard to tell. Look at all those big things. Luckily, I have such a surplus of meals that I really don't feel the need to do anything about those big things. I'm totally fine with them patrolling the area and then eventually leaving due to starvation and boredom. I've got stuff to do in the base. All right, down here, let's switch this to Psychoid or Smoke Leaf. No, I don't really need either of those. I'll do Psychoid because I can make other drugs. And Raptor, let's keep making medicine. We actually didn't do a lot of that. And some of these, some of this herbal medicine, once it warms up, is going to spoil. So it's good to process it now. All right, it's -40, so it is definitely warming up. Yeah, those mechs did not stand a chance. And Volcanic Winter. Sure. I guess. Because we're heading into summer, so Volcanic Winter is not terrible. Also taking a look at the imposing monument. More beak things will arrive on command. Oh, I love that. I love that. Let's accept for goodwill. Now, the problem is the monument constructor is going to be... Yeah. It's going to be somewhere dangerous. So here's what I want to do. I want to set up a door here so that I might be able to gain access to the monument building area, protected from beak things, which is now done. Next, I'm going to have Bash go and scoop up the monument maker and the Glurworld meds that I've got. Because these big things are so very attracted by the people on the other side of the wall they're really not paying much attention to Bash or the fact that he's outside the walls. So let's load into Caravan. Okay, don't haul over there. Oh my goodness, Bash. Why are you trying to go the suicidal way? Thank you. Alright, so now we have 10 more Glow World meds. Bash is going to be set up to stay fortified again. And then this Monument Maker... Whoa, this is a behemoth. I mean, it doesn't have floors or anything, but we'll set it up there. And this area up here is now fortified because it is behind walls that the beak things can't access. So we can fix that. Remove you from the caravan. And let's shrink this zone to store more potatoes. We have a lot of potatoes. Leviathan chitin. Okay, interesting. That's a very strange thing to fall from the sky. But sure, sure. Not that I can use it, because it's such a small amount. But it's nice, I suppose. Alright, I've pushed Raptor pretty hard now to make medicine, so we'll give him some R&R. Oh, we also are going to need to... Sorry, no R&R yet. We're going to need to make a little meals, because Bash has been busy and Raptor's been busy, so we ran out of simple meals. Which is simply unacceptable. And... Okay, you weren't supposed to break that down, Gabe. So, another mech hive landing on me. I'm going to get everyone ready to deal with this. I'm going to try to lure this mech hive out. God, they're all centipedes. Because I would love for the beak things to deal with the mech hive. One way to do this... Oh god, this is going to be so spicy. Okay, close this door. Because I'll take... This is extraordinarily bad idea for 100. Alright, Gabe, keep moving. Actually, Gabe, you're going to have to go, like, all the way around. Okay, let's go for this door here. Holy moly. Come on, find the real path. Find the real path. I gotta repair that door. Yes. Alright, so this door is now opened, and the mechs are getting swarmed. I'm gonna set everyone to stay inside now. Well, except for you. You keep repairing that door. Well, I have the beak things deal with yet another assault on me. So I hope that not too much gets destroyed. This seems to be working. Gabe, you just keep moving. This is just true and honest chaos. All right, so you stay inside now. Area 1 I can get rid of. If there's anything I do well, it is that I don't fight my own fights. I make my enemies fight my enemies. And I can say that I'm getting pretty good at it, I think. Now these beak things are quite likely to trigger a bunch of spike traps, but they're not going to destroy turrets like the mechs were going to. And as you can see, The big things are winning overwhelmingly. Because they're scary, man. Big things are scary. So another thing I might be able to do here is if I set them to stay fortified, but I forbid all the doors that go... How would you get there? Oh, yeah. Oh, that stupid Lancer. Okay, now they have no path. Honestly, this is more complicated than it's worth. She just kept them on stay inside. And there goes all the deadfall traps and a whole lot of beak blood. But yeah, I mean, they did my bidding for me, I suppose. They definitely took out those mechs. And, you know, they'll eventually leave. All right, we do have a orbital bulk goods trader. I'm going to remove the roof here. One of the things I might consider selling is my excess potatoes, as I have a lot of them. So if I was to do that, I would want to install a beacon over here. And I should be in the market for blocks. Blocks would be very, very, very handy for me to have. Oh boy. Leth somehow got out. I'm obviously did a bad job of forbidding stuff. And I'll have to fix that right after I do this trade, because I'm sort of stuck in it. I'm glad I had jetpacks on Leth, though. Me just being sloppy, I suppose. Being perfect all the time is just not a reasonable expectation. So I'm going to be buying some gold. Even though, yeah, I have a lot of gold, but I'm going to be buying some gold anyway. I don't have a predictable source of it. Let's sell the duster that I've made for sale. And they have marble blocks or slate blocks. I'm gonna go with slate. Well, no, I'm gonna go with marble, because marble it's not very tough, but it's tough enough. Now the potatoes are pretty replaceable. So I actually might sell all the potatoes. Call me crazy, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's a lot of marble blocks. Okay, you really got shredded. Let's have everyone stay inside now. I obviously did not forbid enough doors. And, I guess Leth got through this way or something? I don't really know. but I'm having Raptor go out and meet. So we lost a thumb, and that is a fixable issue. So here's all our marble. Oh boy, is there a lot of it. And gold. And let's uninstall this. We still have potatoes left over that were in the refrigerator. But what I'm going to do now is set this up to go back to potatoes. Away from what was currently queued to be planted. Just to supplement what we've given up. Leth will survive. And JD's already working on that arm. And that is all the time I have. So next episode, likely we'll get that arm operation underway. We are additionally going to build the monument up north. I'm going to have to modify the zoning to allow for it. And one of the advantages of that is the destruction of that monument will trigger more Beak Thing Manhunter Pack, which is a really good way to counter a raid. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you next episode. Farewell.